हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज के इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे चैलेंजेस इन्वॉल्व इन ट्रांजैक्टिंग ईवीएस। तो वीडियो स्टार्ट करने से पहले चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर दीजिए ताकि आगे आने वाली वीडियोस का नोटिफिकेशन आपको टाइमली मिल सके। तो वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। Transacting EVS based on what you have studied so far and your own teaching learning experiences, you would agree that many of the following are certainly strengths of EVS. The contents of EVS are organized thematically. Contents of the EVS are drawn from the children's own environment. Children learn about their environment through exploring and experiencing it, gathering and analyzing information based on their observations and experiences, and construct their own knowledge, enriching and enhancing it. Learning is planned to progress from what the child already knows to what is to be learned, from local to global, or from the immediate environment to community and society and beyond. Chapters begin with key questions, initiating children into thinking and constructing their own knowledge, provide scope for children's expressions, oral and written, and other creative expressions, etc. While the above are the inherent curricular strengths of EVS, its desired results depend much on the classroom teacher. As you would be well aware, different teachers would face different challenges in their regular teaching in terms of the curriculum, classroom transactions, time and resource management, as well as dealing with individual students. These may change from time to time. The transaction of the EVS curriculum involves several additional challenges. As you have already studied in the earlier units, EVS calls for a learner centered approach in its transaction rather than the traditional teacher centered approach. In other words, in the teaching learning of EVS, learner becomes the focus rather than the teacher. As children come to the school with their own experience and understanding of their environment, an EVS teacher has to provide learning experiences within this concrete environment of the children, enabling them to build connections or relationships and learn from the environment. It needs to be appreciated that children do not live in a generalized or contrived environment. They live in an environment which is unique to them. We need to ask the question, are we helping children to explore and understand this environment which they experience, or an environment which the teacher as an adult has experienced? Textualizing children's learning. Contextualizing learning involves relating the contents of the EVS to the real world situations, enabling connections with what they observe and experience in their immediate environment, and construct their own knowledge and understanding and applications from self to family, community, society. This is what NCF 2005 emphasizes as knowledge construction by children and differentiates it from the knowledge being passed on to the children through a rote learning method. Because of this shift in emphasis, NCF 2005 visualizes that schools should help children construct knowledge while drawing upon their diverse experiences. As you would have experienced in the EVS textbooks revised after NCF 2005, the learning experiences are planned to provide enormous scope for children's knowledge construction. Children need to be helped to make connections between their observations and experiences in their environment and derive meaning or connect with their previous knowledge or which they have already mastered. As mentioned in the earlier units, this requires teachers to develop a deeper understanding and insights into the way children learn and assimilate knowledge from their daily experiences. Educational psychologists have shown that learning occurs most only when learners process new information in such a way that it makes sense to them in their own frames of reference, and learning will be more efficient when learners work in groups or teams. The above approach to learning and teaching is based on the theory of learning, that is constructivism. This approach requires teachers to plan and organize learning experiences that incorporate as many different forms of learning situations or experience as possible for children in working toward the desired learning objectives. This is clearly a challenge to teachers in the transaction of EVS, as it requires the teachers to make a conscious shift from teaching to learning, particularly when the teacher himself or herself has learned through a traditional or conventional approach of classroom teaching. Transacting EVS requires teachers to move beyond the individual boundaries of disciplines and plan appropriate learning experiences to help children synthesize multiple perspectives and develop integrated concepts. This requires teachers to be more flexible in their approach to understanding of the concepts itself, integrate key or leading questions in their transaction, and develop insights into the issues discussed. We have seen that learning experiences in EVS must encompass a wide range of activities to help develop children's understanding and skills. Children construct their own knowledge of the environment and progress on their learning continuum at their individual pace. When such is the dynamism involved in children's learning, the question that comes up is, should all children be assessed at a single point of time, and that too through a single mode or tool of assessment? Considering the dynamic nature of children's learning, the NCF 2005 has emphasized the concept of dynamic assessment. This is yet another challenge as it demands teachers to gather more knowledge about how children think, understand, and relate to environment. What are the difficulties they encounter, how they carry out EVS activities and projects, etc. सो गाइज ये था आज का टॉपिक। आई होप आपको वीडियो पसंद आई होगी। प्लीज़ इसे लाइक एंड शेयर ज़रूर कीजिए। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।